Are you thinking about buying a pen for your drawing tablet? Maybe because you lost the pen that your tablet came with. Maybe because the pen you have just doesn't work anymore. Or maybe when you got your drawing tablet, it did not come with a pen in the first place. Or maybe you found a really cool pen and you want to use it with your drawing tablet because you think it will give you a better drawing experience. Whatever the reason, before you buy any pen, you have got to ensure that it is compatible with your drawing tablet. Unfortunately, people don't know about the compatibility issues, and they don't check for the compatibility. So often I see that people are buying pens, but they are getting pretty frustrated because they buy the pen and it just does not work with their drawing tablet. And because those compatibility issues are not obvious and can be very surprising, I am making this video, and I think this is going to save some of you some time, money, and frustration. First, I will identify 5 key points of compatibility that you need to be aware of. And then, after we're done with those 5 points, I'll tell you how you can verify compatibility. Point number 1. Let's start with this fundamental general rule. You absolutely cannot assume that any pen you find will work with your drawing tablet. You must always specifically verify the compatibility before you make a purchase. Point number 2. Pens that are made by one drawing tablet manufacturer are in general not going to work with the drawing tablets of another manufacturer. So for example, if you have a Wacom pen, it will not work with a Huion drawing tablet. And if you have a Huion pen, it will not work with a Wacom drawing tablet. But there is something I should warn you about. Sometimes there's a kind of partial compatibility between a pen and a tablet that come from different manufacturers. For example, my Wacom Pro Pen 2 is partially compatible with my SenseLab drawing tablet. The SenseLab's tablet detects the pen's position, but not any kind of pressure. So if someone tells you that they got a pen to work between 2 manufacturers, then you should be a little skeptical. Point number 3. Surprisingly, even for a single manufacturer of drawing tablets, the pens they make will not necessarily work with every drawing tablet they make. I have a lot of Wacom tablets, so I will use Wacom as an example. And this is not intended to pick on Wacom. All the other manufacturers also have these same kinds of issues. Let's consider 2 different models from Wacom's lineup of drawing tablets. The Wacom One pen display comes with a pen called the Wacom One Pen, and the Intuos Pro models come with a pen called Wacom Pro Pen 2. However, the pens cannot be switched between the tablets. The Wacom One pen does not work with the Intuos Pro tablets, and the Wacom Pro Pen 2 does not work with the Wacom One pen display. Now this might seem obvious because the names of these tablets are very different, but what if the names of the tablets both have Intuos in them? Well, even then you are not guaranteed compatibility. Wacom's professional line of pen tablets is called Intuos Pro, and their consumer line of pen tablets is called just Intuos. As I mentioned earlier, the Intuos Pro line comes with a pen called Wacom Pro Pen 2, but the Wacom Intuos line comes with a pen called Wacom 4K Pen. And you can see where this is going. The Wacom Pro Pen 2 does not work with the Wacom Intuos tablets, and the Wacom 4K Pen does not work with the Wacom Intuos Pro tablets. Some of you might say, well, that's obvious because some of these pen tablets and pens are meant for consumers and the others are meant for professionals, so it is expected that they might not work together. So let's restrict our attention to just the professional line of pen tablets from Wacom. Wacom has been making these professional pen tablets for years now, and every few years they release a new model series. This table shows you how those pens are compatible with the different models. Clearly, not every Wacom pen tablet is compatible with every Wacom pen, even in their professional series. Of course, some of you may object to this and say, well, I am showing you information about tablets that are very old, which is a fair point. So let's focus our attention on the more recent models. As of August 2022, the more recent models are just called Intuos Pro, but they have been released twice, once in 2013 and once in 2017. Now keep in mind, the models from these two different years have the same exact name, Intuos Pro, but these are different devices with different features and different model numbers. In the table, let's focus our attention on just those two Intuos Pro model series from 2013 and 2017. As you can see, they are compatible with different sets of pens, though there are some pens that they both share compatibility with. And the point of this is to show, even a tablet with the same name may not be compatible with the same sets of pens. You need to know the model number of the drawing tablet in order to understand which pens are compatible. You cannot rely on the name alone. Point number 4. There are different kinds of digital pen technology. All drawing tablets that I'm aware of in 2022 use EMR technology. This includes Wacom, Huion, XP Pen, SenseLabs, etc. EMR stands for electromagnetic resonance. And if you want to learn more about this technology, here's a link to a video that explains the basics. But you should understand that EMR is not a specific standard like Bluetooth or USB. Think of it more like an overall design pattern. Every manufacturer takes that general design pattern and changes it a little bit for their needs. For example, one manufacturer might use a different resonant frequency than another, or a manufacturer may decide to transmit digital data over the EMR signal using a different method of modulating the signal. The specific changes to the design that they make are not that important. What matters here is that you understand that you cannot rely that an EMR pen from any manufacturer will just automatically work with your EMR-based drawing tablet. Point number 5. EMR is just one of the many different digital pen technologies. And of course, I mentioned that it's used by drawing tablets. But there are other devices that are very closely related to drawing tablets because pens can be used with them. And these are devices like iPads, Android tablets, and Microsoft Surface devices. Sometimes, I think rarely, these devices use EMR, but much more often they use a wide variety of other technologies. These technologies go by names like MPP or NTRIG, AES, and USI. And as you can probably guess, if you buy a pen that uses one of these technologies, it will not work with your drawing tablet which uses EMR. And likewise, the EMR pens from your drawing tablet will not work with these devices that use one of the competing digital pen technologies. And even if these kinds of devices do use EMR, as I mentioned in point 4, the EMR pen that you use with your drawing tablet will probably not work with these devices. Again, you have to verify compatibility between the pen and your device. To summarize these compatibility points, it should be pretty clear that you cannot assume that a pen will just work with your tablet. You have to verify the compatibility first. So how do you do that verification? Well, it's actually very straightforward. Contact the manufacturer of your drawing tablet. Tell them the model number of the drawing tablet you have and the model number of the pen that you want to buy and ask if they are compatible. The model number of your drawing tablet will be found on the underside of your drawing tablet device. And I want to stress again that you need to find the model number, not just the name of the tablet. Because as we saw earlier, it's possible you can have a tablet that has the same name as another tablet, but they are actually different devices and will have different model numbers. The second piece of information you need is, of course, the model number of the pen that you intend to buy. If you are buying the pen from an online store, then the model number will be listed somewhere in the product description. Once you have these two pieces of information, the model numbers of the pen and the tablet, verifying compatibility is easy. First, go to the manufacturer website and use the model number of the drawing tablet. type it in and search for the information on that model, and usually the compatible pens will be listed. Sometimes it can be difficult to find this information, so contact support from the manufacturer and ask them about the compatibility. Again, give them the model numbers of the pen and the tablet. This will make it much easier for them to help you. If you're having trouble finding information on the website or contacting the manufacturer, then another option is to reach out to the community. So, for example, you can ask the question in an online forum such as Reddit. Again, to make it easier for people to help you, in the title of your post, include the model number of the drawing tablet and, if possible, the model number of the pen. To conclude this video, it should be very clear why you need to take compatibility seriously, and how to verify compatibility, and that you need to verify compatibility in every situation before you buy the pen. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video useful.